It is the dream of many, many, many people around the world to come to the United States of America. There are so many reasons, but people believe in the freedom of speech, liberty. But today I want to show some of inconsistencies, some of hypocrisy when it comes to the freedom of speech here in the United States of America. There are things you cannot say, because if you say, you can be cancelled. It depends which area, which group you are affiliated with. These are the things which are actually happening right now. Again, I'm saying this one, that I'm not affiliated to either of the political party. In all the elections I have voted, I've registered myself as independent. I don't register as Republican. I don't register myself as Democratic. I always say there are things I agree with both parts. There are things I agree with the Democratic Party. There are things I don't agree with the Democratic Party. There are things I agree with the Republican Party. There are things I don't agree with the Republican Party. So I'm not putting myself in either of the two. I'm in the middle as independent. So in order to analyze these kind of things, I'm going to highlight some of the things which have been happening, especially in the recent political atmosphere. Following, especially from 2015 to today, they can be able to help you to understand. We'll talk about things about the vaccine, about the treatment of black, treatment of white. How do one person can say one thing, can be political correct, and another person saying the same thing on the TV, nothing is going to happen. It's highest degree level of hypocrisy. Let me start. There was a very political upset in the history of politics of the United States back in November 2016. We know what happened. Donald J. Trump, the person who has never been in any political atmosphere, never had any political position, never been in the military, became the first person to not to have either of the two to win political election to become the president of the United States. People didn't believe, but it happened. With that political upset, we saw the media. For those who do not know, the media in the US is divided into three areas, but the biggest is either conservative media, supporting Republican, like Fox News and the rest, and then we have the liberal media supporting Democratic Party, and there are so much categories, MSNBC, CNN, blah, 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 blah. So they are talking on the other side. So the media was over from day one until today, negative about President Trump. Comedian, Hollywood, it was over. Even saying F you, Trump, F you, Trump, and the standing ovation. I don't want to show the videos, but go there and find the Hollywood when they receive awards, they say that. On the Benny speech showed on the TV, they did that. Recently, there is one employee of Southwest just said, let's go Brandon. For those who do not know, what does that mean? Just go and search the origin of let's go Brandon. That phrase, the person now is going to be fired from his job. He's a captain in the Southwest. But we saw during the previous administration, they defended people who said F you Trump. They defended people who flipped their fingers towards the motorcade of the President Trump. But someone to say, let's go Brandon, all the media of the liberal media, they say this person is like ISIS, has to be fired. So that is the problem. What we are talking about, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech here in the United States nowadays is becoming who is going to own that narrative. If you're on this side, you'll be safe on this side. The other side will become an enemy. On this side, you'll become the enemy of the other one. Which that is not America. That is not the America people want to see. As a friends, if you are immigrant, let me give you, I believe you know this one, but among the topics you are not supposed to talk, even on the dinner table with your friends, your family members, you don't talk politics. Because it's the biggest divide. I mean, religion, yes, but it's not much. Biggest divide in America is politics. And the politicians all over around the world, they like, enjoy, embrace the division. That is where they get their votes. They will teach you about hatred of another group, so that will be the way on how you can be able to get the votes from that political party. Most of politicians don't care much about this one. That is the problem of America. That is the hypocrisy of America. During the time of George Floyd, during the time of pandemic started, all the blame went to the president. People demonstrated against the all medical health protocols were there. They embraced the protocols to break them. Oh, this is freedom. We are demonstrating. It's okay. It's your right. If Trump could win the previous election and now is the president, I guarantee you, majority of media could continue to say that don't go to get the vaccine because you don't trust that vaccine. Because people talk about not to get the vaccine up to January before November, people say we are not trusting that vaccine. All the politicians even the liberal media, because they didn't know if Biden will win. After winning, now if you don't want to take the vaccine, you are in trouble. It's become a mandatory. So let me take it. This is America. Freedom of choice. Freedom to make a decision. It's my body. The same Democratic members and liberal members, though we don't support certain things, they go and talk about abortion. It's my body. I can do that. But if someone says, it's my body, I don't want to get the vaccine, they attack the person. That is just like completely crazy. You see what I'm coming from? We are being forced. Now most of the schools here in America are forced to start what is called gender X. Even the passport of the United States, they have what is called gender X. People to say, I'm a male, I'm a woman, and then I'm a man. They can do that. And they push that one narrative right now. But if you say, this is my body, I don't want to put the vaccine because the president now is from the other side. If you say that, oh, you are a Trump supporter, or you are against the vaccine. No. The vaccine, some people can deny to have the vaccine, just like a flu vaccine. If you don't want, it's up to you. Personally, I support vaccine. I took the vaccine. I had COVID, my wife had COVID, and we have the vaccine. Both. And if the booster, because I don't qualify, but if the booster comes, I will take the booster shot. That's me. But as American, I'm okay with a person who doesn't want to take the vaccine for whatever reason, whether it's religion, whether it's their freedom. It's freedom. This is America. But why the time of Trump, if Trump is in power, people boycott the vaccine. But if the president is now burdened from another political party, everything is bad. Because of the Trump, people boycotted national anthem. They kneel down at the time of the national flag. If you're in the military, you understand the sacrifice people are taking, dying to protect this country. I'm the service member. I'm the US Navy veteran. So let's go to the issue of Kyrie, the NBA player for Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie, and there is another guy from Orlando, Florida, NBA. Kyrie has been suspended not to play NBA. Every single day is losing. The single day of the game, if he's not playing, is getting fined over 200,000 because of not having vaccine. But remember, Kyrie is very 100% healthy, is athletic, so there is no way that the rate of him being bad, like completely get sick, is different from someone who's completely immune. But before the NBA started, Kyrie was told he would be given the exemption, because people in America have exemption. Even in school, for religious reason, for certain reasons like tribal reason, Kyrie is native Indian. Whatever for his belief, he doesn't want to have the vaccine. It is his body. But now has been doing that. But if the case, because it's in New York, we are not allowed to play the home game, why, if that is the point, I have no problem, why the visiting teams are allowed to bring players who are not vaccinated to play in the state of New York, but the person from that home state will not be allowed to play if he's having no vaccine. So you see, there are so much inconsistencies. At the same time, Kyrie, when he bought the house for a child of George Floyd, they praised him. This is the person. Now he's standing on the rights of being American, freedom, liberty. Now he's a bad guy. Everybody's just attacking Kyrie, but because the president is from the Democratic Party. What I want, I don't care about Democratic, I don't care about Republican. Let's go to the freedom. Let's go to the right. If you boycotted, if you say F you Trump, if you do it that way, if the other time the people they do to the other president, let that be. Every time we have seen, now there's Dave Chappelle made comments on the special, the closure, we see what is happening. People want to cancel him. He said, I don't care. What is the freedom of labor? Freedom, people to work on their craft, what they know. Freedom of speech. They haven't broken the law. But now, it depends. I'm saying all these kind of things because right now, if you make even a YouTuber, you make a video and is saying anything about the previous election, YouTube is going to cancel you or take out your video. They did a lot of videos, took them out. One of my book has been taken out from Amazon because it's talking about 2016, not 2020, 2016 election. So that is the hypocrisy of America. It's not about the freedom of whatever. It depends on what narrative you are standing with. Just like when Obama and Biden were president, they started the cage system. They opened the cage, separated the children, put them in the cage. Trump did, every blame is going to Republican and Trump in per se. Now we are going to pay them $500,000 a child for putting them in cage, while they blame Trump and they lawsuit about Trump, but the lawsuit doesn't talk about Biden and Obama while they are president and vice president. So this is the problem I'm having. Hypocrisy, inconsistencies. If you say anything, can be used against you either legally or informally on the cancel culture system. So we have to go back to the roots of being America. So if you're immigrant, you are coming here, I'm coming, I'm free, I can say anything. Trust me, my friend. Come here, don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion. If you say, our Father, help me God, whatever, in school, you'll be in so much trouble. That's the problem. If these kind of things continue, that's when we lose America. Because of the hatred of one group or one political party over the other, people are deciding to kneel down on the national anthem. I don't care what political ideology you have. I took an oath. I made a salute. I was the service member. I was in the US Navy. never you can be going to disrespect the flag of the United States. Any country, even in Tanzania, if you ban the flag, if you step on the flag, you are going to jail. There are certain things are higher standard. But now it is okay. Kneel down wherever it is, but don't play the national anthem, don't raise the flag. But if you're doing those kind of things and you are proud to be American, no. There is that person went to Olympic. Only Olympic, the national anthem of the United States is going to be sung. The person turning around, and the good thing, the person lost. But that is embarrassing. You can put your internal grief, internal hatred within here. But once you go out of the border, you are representing the greatest nation on the planet Earth. So make sure that when you go out, if you don't want to go there to present America, don't do that. Let's go to the person, what is her name, the Richardson, whatever that, the woman who's athletes, the one who used the marijuana before Olympic. Now people are starting blaming Olympic with the regulations. No, the person used the drug which is not allowed. Whether you are black or white, who told you to smoke weed? You smoke, what happened? You are going to be eliminated. So entire Nike, everybody, they started putting the person is a victim. You are breaking the law, and because you are just black, you are a victim, because now it is easier to everything, I'm black, whatever. I can give an example. In the news, go and watch those who are following the basketball and the sports. Go and watch it First Take. When Steve A. Smith, when he's talking, is against sometimes white people. When a white person gets a job, he says white privilege. When a black person gets the job, he's quiet. When Steve Nash got a job to teach Brooklyn Nets, say, oh, that is a white privilege, whatever, has not ever taught. When Isaiah Thomas got a job to teach, has no experience to teach the team in Canada, what is that, with the North, the Raptors, he didn't say anything. We want more black. There is another correspondent for ESPN. What is her name? I forgot her name. She made a comment that there is another person, Rachel Nichols, has been fired from ESPN by saying that the person who got the job over how there is one point to say, among other things, and it was a private conversation, that it was a black privilege because the person is black. Yes, played the basketball, whatever, but it was black privilege because she's more qualified than her. She was fired. But when Stephen Smith is a black person, is going to say is a white privilege. So now we have a narrative attacking all the white people that we are the victim. Let's not go there. That's why it comes to the race critical whatever theory, which is going to teach more people to be victim instead of more people becoming united. So we are teaching now, we are going to teach the kids that we are poor because of these white kids or these white people cause out to be poor. No, let's not go there. We have reached to a point when there is a crime, the news is going to cover whether the person in the news who is a victim is a white or black. When a black person is shot, entire media is going to be crazy. When a white person is shot, nobody is going to say anything. There is no, this is a human being. Is Black Lives Matter when a black kills a black, is not a big deal. If a white is committing a crime to a black person, it's a big deal. When a black commit to a white, it's not a big deal. So those are the things which are dividing us. Let's not be hypocrite people. Let's go to the rules of the game. Let's go to the Constitution. Let's go to the founding fathers. What do they want us to do? Let's be real. Let's be honest. Forget about this is Republican, this is Democratic. If it's a freedom of speech, let it be. If you want to talk about someone has a mandate of choosing, you are forcing people to agree, which I don't, about, for instance, about my body, I can do abortion, but if my body, I cannot do the vaccine, you are going to cancel the person. Now, Kyrie, the NBA player, is now like a bad guy. Like even people don't want even to call him. Like, why everybody is attacking him? But if Kyrie could do that at the time of Donald Trump, many could be very praised. This is a good example of black person, black strong. But now it's just against the vaccine because they say, I don't have a problem. but now he's a bad person. This is what I have a problem. Chicago, there are almost 2,000 police are going to be fired because they cannot reveal. Medical information is a private information. Vaccine is a private information, but they're being forced to release. They refuse. They're going to be fired. This is America. Highest level of, I don't know what to say, but whether you're American, whether you're immigrant here, you have to make sure that these are the conversation you need to have sometimes on the table. Not conversation to have about, oh, today is the weather, yeah, it's cold, then that's all. That is so boring. That's why people are getting depressed, because you don't talk issues. Let's talk issues. Let's agree to disagree. But let's educate one another. That's me. That's my take. This is EBM. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel.